Okay, so that'd be a pause, right?
Yep. Just tell
Because
me.
yeah, I paused there, and then because I messed up the punish.
How did you mess it up?
He should have died.
Yeah, so what do you think was like the mistake here?
I feel like the up smash probably isn't optimal, but in the situation, I guess it kind of worked out. Like I feel like a shine spike is definitely um possible there.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna tell you this. Do you think the Shine Spike is a reaction or a read?
I think it's a reaction to his DI off the up smash.
But the Shine Spike itself, is that a reaction or a read?
Um, hmm,
Like, you could make educated guesses, but can you literally react to the Falco double jumping straight at you?
no.
No, that is ultimately a read. Like, you can't be 100% certain that you could edge guard him that way. But you can at least make a guess to instantly kill them.
Yeah.
And you made a guess, it didn't work out. Here's the cool thing though is that you could sometimes cover options. Like you could have Shine Bared to cover that side B, for example, but that didn't work
Yeah.
out. So I'm gonna ask you another question. With this up smash, do you think this is always bad to do, even if it's not optimal?
No.
Why?
I think in like if say I'm behind stocks, it's probably ideal to do that. If I think it's possible, they can go off stage and I can get a quick kill.
Yeah, well, first off, there's several reasons why it's not necessarily bad to go for that up smash. Is because it's a potential gift opportunity, and secondly, like it's easier,
Yeah.
right?
True.
Do you think you're always going to be playing your best?
No.
No. There's also another distinction about Punish Game is that you have to have two scenarios. One where you're playing your best, you're doing the optimal flow chart, you're chain grabbing all over the place. That's great. But if you can't, you gotta fall back to your plan B. It's a little easier, but you have to make a little read. But hey, like, you know what's better about plan B than plan A?
It's easier.
Not only is it easier, but if you're doing plan A's all the time when you very clearly cannot do it, what's gonna happen is that you're gonna get reversaled off of it. You're gonna your punishes become their punishes, and that's the last thing you want, right?
Right.
That's the
Yeah.
most straightforward way to lose in melee is to do your plan A, and what's supposed to be your stock suddenly becomes their stock. That's like it's not even like a one stock swing. You're supposed to be up four stocks to three, and now they're up four stocks to three, to your three, and that's actually a two stock swing.
Yeah.
Like,
I feel like that happens to me a lot against like really good players.
yeah. So, what can you conclude about having a plan B?
It's good.
Yeah, like, we saw Zane Mango. Do you know what Mango did a lot better than Zane?
What?
He had a plan B,
Yeah.
even if a lot of his punches. Mango did a lot of unoptimal things. Like, there's the thing that stood out the most to me personally was like instead of run up smashing, I think Mango knew he couldn't do a jump cancel up smash, so he just went for like an up throw nair or something, up throw up air, or like up throw read bear nair, because it's a lot better to have a chance of something working out than something that has 100% chance of failure.
Yeah, that makes sense. I think
So,
that makes extra sense in like a tournament aspect too. Yeah.
mhm. So if you know for sure your plan A is not going to work out, gotta whip out the plan B.
Mm, that's good.
So I also want to point this out that like yeah, it's not optimal to do that up smash, but it does have a place. It does have a place,
Okay.
and especially if you're like not super practiced for your A game, gotta do your B game. But yeah, so talking a little bit about how this could be optimal. How do you think this could be optimal?
I just chain grab to 50, and then whenever he starts doing slight DI or no DI, I just do up tilt regrabs.
Yep, and it's up to you to execute that.
Yeah.
You know what's the second scenario you could do off of this, providing that you can't regrab or up tilt?
No. Oh, I can up smash again.
No. Well,
No.
up smash, sure, but what if it's too late?
I mean, it's just tech chase, right?
And what should you do off of a tech chase?
Regrab,
Yeah, you could regrab,
ideally.
and more importantly, I just want you to guess an option right now.
Okay.
Just hard read a tech in place or a tech roll, cover that, and keep on going. And that's an example of a plan B, of how you flesh out plan Bs. It's like, if it's not going to be pretty, you have to do this up smash. This is the next flow chart I have. This is how you stop guessing. This is how you stop being all like, I don't know what to do. Because, like, I've had this plan A fleshed out, but sometimes that's not going to always work out. And the next important step is if you're going to do a plan B, you need to have a flow chart off of that as well.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. And that's what I want you to practice, is that you should always prioritize your plan A as your practice. But if you can't do it, you need to practice your plan B as well as like on the side as well. You're like, all right, sometimes I have to up smash here, and I'm gonna have to guess a tech chase, and I'm gonna have to, if I could get a true combo off of this up smash, that's even better.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a little messy, but that's what Melee is sometimes. Like, people are saying that Zayn Mango is one of the best grand finals of all time, but if you were to look at it in a pro's lens, it was really ugly. But that's the beauty of Melee sometimes. But yeah, I mean, that happens. So what are your takeaways from that game?
Plan B big.
Very big. It makes so much of an impact, because even if you're not getting the most out of your plan Bs, do you know what's like the hidden benefit of doing a plan B?
The hidden benefit?
Yeah. That's like, you won't see it in game, but there is a hidden benefit for doing plan Bs. That,
I mean,
did mention
maybe just
earlier.
it helps with your muscle memory.
No, the hidden benefit is that you don't get reversaled
Oh, well,
as
yeah,
often.
okay.
Because again, I'm telling you that a reversal is more of a 2-stock swing rather than a 1-stock swing.
Mm-hmm.
And when you're doing plan Bs more often, you're not getting reversaled, and you still maintain your momentum to some degree.
Right.
Getting reversaled is so brutal in this game. And if you notice how people often throw, or like, they just get destroyed, it's often because they're getting reversaled.
Yeah, I've noticed that. Especially like I said, when I play good players, like I'll just get reversible a ton and quick 4 stocks.
Like, that should have been your stock, but then they got the stock. That's more of a 2-stock swing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I guess there's other benefits as well, but the biggest benefit of having a plan B is not getting reversaled. At least you're limiting getting reversaled.
Okay.
What do you think was the main problem?
I think me whiffing something.
I don't think that was your main problem. I think what was your main problem is a theme. It wasn't necessarily like you got hit by one move a lot, but I did notice an overlying theme. The theme that I saw that you got hit by, it's funny. You're talking about like your A game and your punish game. I think you tried to do the same thing in your neutral game as well.
Really?
Yep. I saw a lot of flubs. I saw a lot of reversals. I saw a lot of just plain errors that just got you hit a lot.
Yeah. That's what I meant by whiff.
Yeah, okay. If you meant it that way, then yeah, that would be it. And I could go back by each neutral situation and point out, and like, I think it might be in the double digits. I don't know if it was that, but like, it was
I
a
didn't
high
count.
number of how
Yeah.
much you got hit just by pure mistakes. By it just looked like you wanted to play your A game in neutral as well.
Mm.
And that's like most Spacey's bane of existence, is that they try to like do the perfect play as possible, but when they're not playing perfectly, then they just die. And they
Yeah.
refuse to accept that.
Yeah, that makes sense. So like what would you say is best? Just work on a plan B, and then
I think working on easier execution for neutral would also do you a lot of favors as well. Because let's look back at some of these individual situations. So we could talk about two things: what's the optimal thing to do versus what's like the plan B version to do. And we see it right off the bat where hold on, this is buffering. But yeah, we saw it right off the bat in the first interaction where like you got spot dot shine from this.
Yep.
What do you think is the best? What is the optimal thing to do here, and what is the second best thing to do here?
I mean, in that situation, I was probably reacting to the Falco jumping at me, and I'm trying to with the dare. I probably didn't notice the dare though, honestly.
Yeah, so
Optimal was just grab it,
yeah,
but
so the optimal thing is to whiff punish it. I think your problem here was that you were spaced a little too far away. Like, cause like you were fine with where you're at. He just did Hail Mary dare. You could have just stood there and just went up, grabbed him, but instead you did a dash back, and then you got spot dodged because of that dash
mm,
back.
yeah,
So the plan A is to whiff punish properly in terms of distance. Like you did not need a dash back there. You could just stay there and then grab because like you weren't even the only time you would dash back is if you're within range of that dare. You weren't even within range at all. So that's the
hmm
plan A, is that just whiff punish properly based on
right.
distance. But the plan B, if you're not aware of that, is to beat spot dodge. You need to outplay them a little bit harder. What's ways to beat spot dodge?
Grab. But
Yeah,
I mean,
wait.
I guess if I whiff on it, but then I'm kind of screwed. I feel like.
Yeah, you should wait out the spot dodge and then grab. A more straightforward way to beat it is like just drill at him.
Yeah.
Drill at him, shine, or grab.
I mean, at this percent, I can get the jab or the thunders into regrab. So
Yeah, so that's what you could do. That's like your plan B option right there. You gotta assess in the moment, like, am I playing well enough to whiff punish? And if not, or like you find that you're mispositioned, you gotta read a little bit more.
what did?
It really came out at the end of this stock where like, oh yeah, you really want to play your A game. Like, like a tourney winner here,
Yeah,
like
let me just ledge dash.
being a little spazzed out a little, and then like tourney winner again, and then you lays it in place. That was like 5 mistakes in a row,
Uh-huh.
and that's why you lost that stock.
Yeah, I think I get like that whenever I'm high percent against like um a 0% because like I want to get like my extra credit, right? So
Hmm.
I'm like playing kind of spazzy and just hoping for a straight hit.
Yeah. So, what's your takeaways about um, your question about how you can make the most out of your center advantage?
Watching what I'm getting hit by, like you said. So
Hmm.
like, if it's like just missing my options, maybe just go for easier options or just play slower.
Yeah. Yeah, it's ideal that you try to play as best as you can, but if you cannot, you gotta at least give yourself a chance to succeed rather than certain failure.
Mm-hmm.
So, at the end of the day, this really does emphasize practice, putting yourself in best conditions possible, and if those first two things fail, then gotta do your plan B,
Yeah,
even in
I think the plan
neutral.
B is the big thing because I definitely now you pointed out I definitely go for the plan A way too much.
Yep, I mean that's basically like the last 5 interactions was just you messing up.
Yeah.
Like with sort of the stubbornness of a typical Fox player that wants to be perfect, which I can relate, but it's not always practical to be that way. And we
Yeah.
see that even at the very peak level, playing your plan B's working out fine for Mango.
Mm-hmm. Would you say like using plan B in friendlies would help a lot
Yes,
to it?
yeah, yeah. It'll give you some practice on like what to expect and what to adjust and where to go forward from there.
Okay, that
Yeah,
makes sense.
yeah. So, do you have any questions?
I think you pretty much hit everything.
Yeah, I'm glad this has helped you out. And if you want additional lessons from me, feel free to sign up in my Patreon or just continue PayPal me or whatever.